Today I will be reviewing Uroboros by Deering Gray. This is their 7th album, the one right before Dumb Spiro Sparrow. And this is really they were already really famous, but this was just really the breakthrough album into this certain sound they're starting to, really be known for. Yeah, just great album again with this kind of creepy religious theme. That seems to be their entire, the theme of the band now. Ever since this album, it's been kind of going in that direction. But yeah, if you just want to see the album cover right here, you've got different pictures for each letter. Right here, we've got this hand by the U. This weird fish by the R. Crazy face, the O. Let's go down. B. O. Deering Gray. And R. O. S. You can just pause if you want to look at any of those. I think it's pretty interesting, the artwork for this album. Again, I'll go over it in a different video, but right now I'm just going to talk about the actual album. The first song is Saber, which in Spanish, it means to know. So kind of like, almost kind of I don't know, maybe like kind of an apocalypse reference. I think that would be maybe the best conclusion from that, to know of like something coming, because they're kind of more of a negative band, as in kind of like evil, kind of something like that. So like they know of something bad coming, apocalypse, whatever. But it starts off with these weird like I can't remember, it's like this kind of medieval string thing going on, just very creepy sounding. And you've got these kind of really deep voices kind of whispering to each other in the background, like something you're like, whoa. It's kind of like Kyoto no Nari from Dumb Spiro Sparrow, their next album. Just kind of this very creepy intro into this amazing album. And you've got these kind of light, kind of jungle Congo drums in the background, like, and you're right, it's just this cool lead up. And just, it's not like intense, like you're waiting for some guy to come out screaming, like this intense lead up. It's just like very nice, it just really suits the album. And then the next track is Venushka, which is actually used to be my license plate. Just awesome song, so good. He actually played it live when I saw them. So just this amazing acoustic guitar riff. His voice just really comes out just so beautifully on this song. It's actually about when the Americans bombed the Japanese in World War II, the Hiroshima thing. Like in the music video, if you watch it, it's got like these computerized scenes of them like dropping bombs on Japan and radioactive citizens walking around, like they're all like torn up and stuff. And so I guess he's angry about that and unsettling to him. But just such a good track. Especially after this is in all his past albums, like Narrow Bone, his screaming voice has been very moderate. It's been good, but it's just been very, you could find somebody better. But this is the first album where he really just comes out with one of the deepest growls I have ever heard. And it's, if you're listening to it from the start, you hear it in Venushka for the first time, and you're just like, I can't believe he's gotten here. Just, wow, he's really made it. You feel happy for the main singer. You're like, yes, he's doing good. But after the first main screaming sequence, whatever, in Venushka, it goes just straight back to this awesome acoustic, just everything. It's like these lows in the song, then all these highs, then it goes back to these lows, just very smooth. Red Soil's the next song. it's very the guitar is like all over the place at the beginning, very interesting, just like dun 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 dun, dun, and you're like, and it comes in again with that kind of medieval stringy noise at the beginning, and kind of a fast song. At the end, again, Kyo belts it out to this awesome screaming, again showing off his new vocals that I don't know, he's been practicing on. It's weird because in the last album he was nowhere near this good, and all of a sudden 1 year later, which is it came out in 2008 and 8. The last album was in 2007. Just this 1 year gap, he's just gotten so much better. It's kind of surprising. And then the next track is, I think it was like, it's written in Japanese. It was something like Doko to Sainu. I forget what it's called. It's in Japanese. But again, another awesome song. It starts off just very tame. The band members got this kind of this cool thing they're doing in the back while he just kind of, it's at the first part he's just talking the lyrics. He's not really singing. And it's very interesting, almost kind of like, I don't know, funky song. Like literally like funk. They do have like, it's just very light funk intertwined throughout this entire album, which makes it kind of, very interesting. Very fun to listen to. Next song is Toguro, which has an amazing guitar riff, and he comes in with these almost like religious Indian noises with his voice. Kyo, just these again like in deep thought almost. Just very interesting song. Glass Skin, next song on here, and I'm actually not a big fan of this song. It's just like piano and him singing and being passionate about whatever. I really don't care for that song that much, but just to go with the whole album, do listen to it. Stuck Man, again, this is probably the biggest like straight up funk song they have on here. He does scream and it does have like metal in it, but it's just like half of it's all funk. You got this jazzy guitar riff going. The drums are kind of like just kind of, it's groovy, whatever. It's really cool though. I really like this song. Great screaming, everything, and then one of their most famous songs, the 8th track, Reiketsu Nari Seba, which is actually the entire song's in English. You can't really tell because Kyo he's a terrible English speaker, honestly. I went maybe a whole year with thinking that this song was in Japanese, and I finally was like, oh, I'm going to look up what the lyrics are. It's like, whoa, he's speaking English the whole time. Very cool lyrics, just about somebody getting famous or something and getting lost then. Like one of the tracks is one of the lyrics is lose track of where you are, all dolled up like a star, whatever. Something like that, and you're the one who's lost now. Suck me. Just lyrics from there. It's kind of, I don't know, a little nasty, whatever. And then the next song, Ware Yami Tote, which means I am darkness. Ooh. Very tame song. Another one with the acoustic in it. They have a lot of slower, more like melodic songs on this album. Very interesting song. It's about like it's kind of a longer one. Good though. And then Bugaboo, next one, which actually means something. I think Bugaboo means someone you don't talk about, like unspeakable, whatever. So Bugaboo, it sounds like a very innocent name, but he really just belts it out in this song. Crazy vocals. He has this one like screaming chorus where you really get hyped up. Then it's just him singing. He goes back to this crazy chorus, and then the entire song you're just waiting for him to sing the chorus again. That's like it's a great song, but that's the only good part. It's the part's so good though that you love the whole song. You just keep waiting. You're like, when's the chorus coming again? It's so awesome. Next song is Geika Chinmoku Nemuru Koro. I think I got that correct. Or got that right. Which is another really intense song. Just, he's like growling the entire song. Just so deep. This is probably the deepest he's ever gone. Even in Dumb Spears, anything he's done. If you want like a hardcore Deering Gray song, this is it. Still has their element to it, not just straight up screamo. It's just Deering Gray still. Next song, another one of their most famous songs ever, which is Dozing Green. Honestly, the entire song's just very, you have to be in the right mood. The only reason I really, really like this song is the last minute of this song is just unbelievable. If you don't like this song, you're first listening to it, like, you know, if you think it's done, just fast forward to the last minute of it. Maybe a minute and 10 seconds, I'm not sure. I know it's around there, but it's just, just this beautiful thing with his voice, just kind of like whispering to himself, and I don't know if he's really saying anything. It's just kind of like, it's beautiful what he does with his voice, almost like spiritual. Just like, I know I've said this before about them, the spiritual aspect. They really hit home with me. His vocals, and song ends just with him screaming, and he starts like gathering breath at the end of Dozing Green, this kind of, and at the end of the breath it gets all like mutated and stuff, and then he just stops after he gathers this breath and kind of like starts whispering again in the background, and it's just very creepy, and you're like, oh man, just so great. Then the next song's Inconvenient Ideal, which not a huge fan of, but the ending's cool. Again, just like Dozing Green, is just kind of like the entire band starts going at the end, or like some people in the background. It's kind of build up like rebellion or something, and you're like, awesome. And then that's kind of how the album ends. And so it doesn't have, the last two songs aren't very strong for an ending, unlike Dumb Sparrow. But throughout the album, this is definitely just one of my favorites. Amazing album. Definitely worth getting. Yeah, they do sell the LP separately from the limited edition. It does come with the limited edition, which I will review in a different video. But you can get this separately for like $20 or something. Here is the inside, which is Karma from Nihility in One's Mind. I don't know exactly what that means. Nihility. And it's just got their amp there. Kind of cool, just some cool angle. And this is the first album they've ever released on vinyl, so again, not very surprised that it's not good quality. Very wobbly, does not have a dust cover. Doesn't have the actual what tracks are on each side, so you have to go and look at it. It's a little bit annoying if you want to find a certain track you want to listen to, and you're like, wait, where was that again? It was the 8th song. You have to count all the lines on here. But still, it's nice to have a Deering Gray album on vinyl. I really wish they would release the rest on here, even if it is very light, not very heavy, very wobbly. And yes, so let me get to it with the next video. Stop that.